another episode of Amanda Homestead. My name is Amanda, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about, it's spring here, early spring, and so this is the time when our chickens are really starting to lay more eggs for us. So we are going to be talking about, which is kind of like a very disputed thing, about how to most easily hard boil a farm fresh egg, okay? These are not the eggs that you're going to buy in the grocery store because those have been bleached and they're gonna hard boil and peel much more easily. A farm fresh egg is an entirely different thing. So I'm sure all of you have had the experience, if you've bought farm fresh eggs and tried to hard boil them, of peeling them and having them come out looking like this, which is very, very frustrating when you really want just a beautiful, perfect hard-boiled egg, okay? So we're gonna be talking about a few different methods today. We're gonna be comparing them to see which one works best, all right? Okay, so in our first kind of most traditional method, I have got some eggs from my chickens that I've just pulled out of the fridge, and I'm gonna just put them in some kind of lukewarm water or cold water. Okay. And I'm just gonna do 2 because I think we kind of all know that this is not the best way to do this, so I don't want to sacrifice too many of my eggs. Okay, so we just put them in there, enough water to kind of have them be covered. And we're gonna turn on the gas to high, and we'll wait until this comes to a boil. So method number 2 is going to be cool water with a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. That's baking soda, not baking powder. Okay. We'll stir that in a little bit just to dissolve it. Then we're going to put our eggs in, and these again are the ones from the fridge. And we're going to turn the gas on to high and wait for those to come to the boil while we do our next one. Okay, so these are the eggs that I just harvested, or rather just collected this morning, and they are at room temperature, okay? 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Give that a little bit of a stir. And we're going to put our eggs in here. You just need enough water so that they're covered. And then we're going to start these ones going on the boil. Okay, here are experiments all running simultaneously. Okay, so this one has just come to a boil. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the heat. Remove it from the heat. And we're going to let it cook with the lid on for 14 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to put my timer on. They're all going to be the same when it comes to that, all right? So regardless of which method we use, as soon as they come to the boil, we take them off the heat for 14 minutes. So we'll come back when they're all ready. Okay, so our first batch of eggs have been now sitting for about 14 minutes. So I'm going to carefully drain off the hot water. And now what you want to do is stop them from cooking, otherwise the yolks are going to go green and they're going to be really kind of dry. So you want really, really cold water or ice water. And this is just how I do it, it's just easier. So I first cover them with cold water, and then I'm going to drain that off again. And then I'm going to fill it up again with this super really cold water. And then I just let them chill. And then I'm going to do that for all the other batches. Okay, here are our hard-boiled eggs the next day. And I have numbered them 1, 2, and 3 so that I didn't forget which ones were done which way. Okay, so now is the time for the testing. We're going to peel each one and kind of see how they peel and which one kind of worked out the best. Okay, first, number 1. Not very good. Now we're going to move on to the ones that were done with the baking soda in the water and see if these peel any easier. Maybe a little bit better. Yeah, that one didn't go very well. Okay, so those were the ones that we did with the baking soda with the eggs from the fridge. So this is the last test, which is the ones that were room temperature and then also cooked with water that had baking soda. So let's see if this is any better. That was a little bit better. Okay, so here are our 3 eggs, or examples of them. This one is the one that was just taken out of the fridge and boiled in water. This was the one that was done in water with baking soda, and this is the one that was a room temperature egg that was also done with baking soda in the water. I will say this was the hardest to peel. The membrane did come away a little bit easier. The shell and the membrane came away a little bit easier. I think this one was a little bit easier for me to peel, although none of them are perfect, which I've told you I'm an impatient egg peeler. So thank you for joining me on another episode of I Demand a Homestead. If you like this episode, please feel free to press the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that way you will never miss another one of my videos. And have a great day.